Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. I have, you could say, tidied up the chart a little bit or made some adjustments. Nothing really has changed in terms of, there hasn't been any invalidation or anything. No levels have changed. But I have added a pathway because it looks really as if this move to the downside is currently playing out as planned. This C wave to the downside, right, which likely started up here, where the B wave topped around the 9th of June. So in this video, I just want to share with you really the micro pathways, the shorter time frame. And so we talked about the bigger picture earlier today. I also made a video on Bitcoin today on our MCO Global channel where I cover the topic, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? You can check it out. It's linked at the end of this video. So I'll share my thoughts there. Anyway, looking at the move down, again, we're tracking a C wave decline. And I'm tracking this as wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C. That C wave should get another low to complete wave 3, then a wave 4, then a wave 5. However, I mean, even though everything is valid and the B wave here in white, this B wave in wave 3, again, before you ask why is a third wave an ABC structure, just because this C wave down here that started on the 9th of June is an ending diagonal, so the subwaves are corrective. So it's just one of these standard Elliott wave patterns. But even though, that B wave in white, which topped on Monday, reacted perfectly to the resistance area we were tracking, right? The 78.6 retracement that was here around 108,700. The proportions of the B wave in wave 3 compared to the wave 2, they're just off. They're just a little bit off. So I'm considering the yellow count. It is not really any change in scenario. It's a slightly different variation of the move to the downside in this C wave. And I find that quite likely. I get the feeling we need to give it a little bit more room. And we have a very clear level that will allow us to distinguish between the white and the yellow scenarios. The reason is that in the white scenario, the market is likely moving down in an impulse in wave C, best I can tell. And the nearest, this is really micro resistance. It's not so meaningful. A break above it doesn't really change the trend, but it's the nearest resistance that should hold, if we are really in a C wave to the downside in an impulse. Any break above would mean that we are probably in a wider bounce, which could be the yellow B wave in circle wave 3 to the downside. That's a slightly different subdivision of that ending diagonal. So in this case, we're dealing with a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, but the third wave itself is an A, B, C structure. And the wave 1 in that case was an A, B, C. It starts to look little bit better, this scenario. Funny enough, I'm not sure how funny that is, but it could send us down even a little lower, maybe towards 96, 95, maybe even 93K, okay? This scenario. But we'll take it level by level. What I want to highlight in this scenario is yellow wave A of circle wave 3 could complete at any point. So it's also possible yellow wave A might get one more low. But again, this is where micro resistance comes into play, okay? So for those who want to really who want to use the nearest resistance, I mean, it's on the chart, but be ready for it to break just due to the crypto volatility. And then we could test what I have labeled upper resistance. And as long as we stay below 107,754, the focus is still on lower. It might just need a little bit of a wider bounce in wave B in yellow. So it could be like an A, B, C before we go lower, okay? So first resistance, first warning, you could say, that something slightly more bullish is playing out. Upper resistance, only if that gets broken, we need to really consider seriously a bit of a reinterpretation of the chart. Yeah, that's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. For those of you who speak Spanish, you might not know it yet, we have a Spanish channel as well. We're building a Spanish community as well. MCO is obviously building communities worldwide. As a Spanish speaker, you might want to check out the Spanish-speaking community. You get short-term updates. By the way, this is also interesting for those who are considering the gold membership for our English speakers. You get a lot of short-term updates, market updates. You get access to our live charts. You get long-term updates on the charts, quite a few. So a lot of content. Just this in itself is huge value. However, our members consider the TradingView live charts. There are over 100, the biggest value usually. And there's a chat room. And there is a lot of member-only stuff. So check it out. For those who are interested in the Spanish-speaking membership, you can follow the link in the description. It's also linked in the comment section. First 250 members, and there are still spaces, get a very, very, very special price, which will never come back. So that's how we did it in our English membership as well. In our main membership, there's basically a limited number of reduced memberships for the first founders, you can say. So join us if you're interested. I wish you a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.